breaking news in Nevada where 2 people are dead after a school shooting. This all happened around 7:15 a.m. local time in the town of Sparks. This is just outside of Reno. Now, details, they're still coming in, but authorities say the fatalities include a teacher and the shooter who took his own life. Joining me now by phone is Martha Belle-Isle, an investigative reporter with the Reno Gazette-Journal. Martha, good to have you here. Explain what more we know about the injuries.
Well, I did hear from a local hospital. They received 2 minors. They only identified them as male minors, and they're both in critical condition. And then the other person who was killed was a teacher, a popular math teacher, and he has not yet been identified.
Do we know about the amount of students that were in the school? Again, this happening at 7:15 a.m., so on the early side before homeroom would start.
Well, they were students who were on campus. They were one of the students who gave an eyewitness account was out on the basketball field, and he was just sort of watching everybody coming and going. And then he said he heard a pop, and he looked over, and there was a student with a gun, and the teacher came out and was trying to get him to put the gun down. And that's when the teacher was shot, and everybody scattered.
Martha, stand by for me because I want to play some sound that the Reno Gazette-Journal was able to get on the scene there. Take a look at this.
We were at school, we were by the basketball court, and we heard a pop, like a loud pop, and everybody was screaming. And then the teacher came to investigate. I thought it was a firecracker at first, but the student was pointing a gun at the teacher after the teacher told him to put it down. And then the student fired a shot at the teacher, and the teacher fell, and everybody ran away.
All right, so Martha, this is the student that you were referring to just a second ago. Tell us more about the town of Sparks, what it's like, the makeup of it, because outside of Reno, it seems to be an idyllic little town.
It is just it's right next door to Reno. It's a little bit smaller. It's a little lower income. It's along Highway 80. There are casinos there. It's got a popular rib festival every year and a farmer's market. But so it's generally a quiet little town. It's less busy than Reno is.
It's less busy than Reno is. And how have community members, parents of those inside that school been reacting? What information have you been hearing about that?
Well, as you can imagine, everybody's pretty upset and concerned, and they moved the children right away, and law enforcement from all over the region has come into town, and they're helping out. So they basically shut everything down.
We can see from some of the images here how quickly law enforcement officials descended on the scene there. Martha Belle-Isle. Martha, thanks so much. We are expecting a press briefing in the hour from authorities there, so we will go back to that and bring you any new information